Very funny looking. Zira needs you in the den. Said she has something for you. Something about a bastard who forced Silverclaw from his own warehouse. Cash, I think. Some fancy pantalooned merchant lord who might be after the guild's old rackets. Zira's in the den. Don't keep her waiting. Haven't heard the name before Zira said it. Some new merchant lord trying to make a name, but don't they all? Used to be, the Thieves Guild knew every move the merchant lords made. Sad times, sad times. Like herons we did. Our old guildmaster was a master at keeping their attentions on each other. Made it easier to slip our heads into their pockets. Oh, Nicholas. The next 5 drinks are to your memory. Bunch of jumped-up bandits, if you ask me. Claim to run the whole city because they buy from anyone. As if throwing gold at pirates made them lordly. Without a steady flow of plundered goods, they'd be nothing.
There you are. Remember Velsa's friend, Silverclaw? He is quite grateful you recovered his ledger. Seems he kept his ears open for word of that merchant lord, Kosh. If Kosh took over Silverclaw's warehouse, he's grabbing the rackets we used to control. And if he's after our old business, there's a good chance he's hungry for even more. Skooma trade, slavery, things we never touched. Before we give Kosh a swift kick to the coin purse, I want you to find out just how dirty his hands are. I sent the others ahead to do some groundwork. Start with walk softly. Look for him near the harbor. I sent Quen to her own task, and Velsa too. Didn't even second guess me. She must be up to something. When Nicholas was guildmaster, I convinced him to stop dealing with skooma peddlers. No matter my own thoughts on that poison, it's bad for business. And the Thieves Guild never dealt in slaves. One of the few things Velsa and I agree on. Not enough. Some of the merchant lords prefer to bide their time in obscurity, using trusted servants to handle their affairs. Then they reveal themselves, like a beetle in the pudding. Whatever Kosh intends, he's no longer keeping to the shadows.
This one was very pleased to hear of Viceroy Pelidio's defeat.
You're right on time. What did our esteemed guildmaster tell you? Good, because I found something. The captain of the Dream Snake was always interested in making fast coin. She's sloppy, even for a pirate, which makes her a perfect target for Kosh. She and I have unpleasant history. Best I keep away from her. She's meeting a contact nearby. She's prone to boast. Why not find a quiet place to hear what she has to say? But the captain is a creature of habit. She used to keep documents secured in the Dream Snake. Try there, if you don't care to eavesdrop. Find what you can. After that, meet Quen near the harbor. She has her own task and will no doubt need your assistance. I once told the captain I was a wealthy Argonian prince seeking a fast ship to transport my riches. She let me inspect the smuggling compartments, and then I robbed her blind. She just has one eye patch, so... half blind. I left her the eye patch. Harpy egg. They're sickening. I'd never actually eat one, but they're garish enough to draw attention from me. People see the Argonian with disgusting harpy eggs, not the Argonian with amazing fashion sense.
What is it?
Your people must have talked to this Kash. We were at sea.
Why reveal our skooma supplier to some merchant lord who wants a cut?
It doesn't matter. This Kash demanded I come along to Noshir Citadel.
The Iron Wheel's headquarters? How is he involved with... No, don't tell me. Best you meet him before the Iron Wheel sends soldiers after us both.
Zira said I should wait for you when I was finished. Well, I'm finished. The flooded district, near where Velsa called home, the people who lived there had nowhere to go after the floods. One of the dockyard bosses offered them work, food, and a place to stay. That's what I told Zira. You know what she said? If Zolguk had an altruistic bone in his body, he'd cut it out and sell it. I'd already know what he was really up to if Zira trusted me, but she wanted me to scout, and you to do the fun part. Zolguk arranged a meeting with an Imperial client at a nearby inn. Might be worth a listen. Oh, the inn rents a room to Ventilius Proximus, the most imperial name I've ever heard. Probably the client. The room's lock seemed inadequate. Find Velsa when you're done. She's meeting with Silverclaw at his shop. Did you know he had a shop? I wonder what he sells. It's nothing. It's nothing. I will, but later. Now isn't the time. I don't know why this matters. Zira is like an academy instructor, handing me busy work while the star pupil gets the plum assignments. You're right. Thanks, partner. I won't let you down.
Shh! Did you hear something? You weren't supposed to tell anyone about our arrangement.
I need your volunteers for my experiments. I would never ruin things for my supplier.
Then how did this Karsh know of our business?
I have no idea. But if you can't deliver warm bodies, I'll find another supplier.
Then pray I return from Noshira Citadel. If Karsh is connected to the Iron Wheel, we're both doomed.
Only the finest merchandise.
Where is it? I just had it. Uh-oh.
Ah! My larcenous friend! Quickly! We must speak! A most regrettable welcome, for I have such unfortunate tidings. What I soon reveal shall be quite distressing to hear. For this, I offer my gravest and most humble apology. Ah, the look on your face is unmistakable. It says, if I may speak for your most resplendent face, peace, my exceptionally sleek mercantile friend. Take a series of deep, relaxing breaths so you may reveal the matter at hand. In, out. In, out. Velsa left for Noshira Citadel. She made me promise upon our long and profitable friendship not to reveal this, but your vigorous interrogation left me no choice. I do not know why she travels to the headquarters of the Iron Wheel, but I fear for her safety. Go after her, of course. But you are so striking. The Iron Wheel will know you don't belong. It is settled. You shall meet with the illustrious Perseus Locke at the Diamond Thimble. He shall help you obtain an appropriate disguise. Tell him I sent you. Velsa assured me she would not venture beyond the outskirts of Noshira Citadel. Assured me! Oh my. With all certainty she is already captured. A cherished friend, though not always. Once, we were fierce rivals for the importation of fine silk. Yet, he proved the gracious victor and reimburses for any referral to this day. A cherished former rival in all truth, but quite magnanimous.
Hold still. Your attire is... That isn't a bloodstain, is it? Oh, did he now? Something striking, so you stand out at the next Merchant Lord's soiree, or a ridiculous crenellated affair that leaves you the talk of the brothel? Well, if you wanted a burial suit, the Iron Wheel charges far less than I. Though perhaps... Yes, a servant's outfit will let you go hither and yon, at least above ground, and if it's one of my creations, the cloth will breathe, but it shall cost you. Well, then I'd assume you're from Abba's Landing, but I know of a certain individual who has yet to pay the bill for just such an outfit. If you happen to reacquire it on my behalf, I would consider it your property, paid in kind. I'd prefer you deprived my shirker of his outfit, but if you're averse to saving coin, I will sell you one directly. Be warned, the disguise won't do you any good within the Iron Wheel's headquarters. Paranoia, of course. No servants are allowed inside. From what I hear, the Iron Wheel takes care of all chores within their headquarters. Anyone who isn't Iron Wheel or escorted by them is attacked on sight. A truly noble organization. I am physically capable of doing so, but it will never happen. I'd rather not end up in a prison cell. And a uniform alone won't serve as a disguise. They have too many signals and mannerisms. Why, you'd be spotted in an instant.
So you got Silverclaw to spill a secret. At best, a minor accomplishment. He didn't send you to that powdered hornbill, did he? Buy a special uniform to fit in? You do know he gets referral for everyone he sends to that flax peddler? Even when he thinks my life is in danger, Silverclaw still works the angles. You bumpkin. Yes, I did. You're not supposed to throw my words back at me. Reminds me of Nicholas. I don't care if you are her protege. I'm not going to do Zira's scut work. I slipped a truth serum to Silverclaw's former overseer. I learned that Kosh blackmails assorted scum and draws them to Noshira Citadel for a meeting. So let's find out why. It seems Kosh contacts little fish from a position of power, threatens exposure, and bends them to his will. Elegant. What I'd do. But his connection to the Iron Wheel isn't clear. That troubles me. We? Now that Zira's protege is here, poor old Velsa can rest her weary bones. Find a way into the Iron Wheel's headquarters and learn how they're connected to Kosh. Oh, and blackmail needs documents. Be sure to swipe them. Zira tells me you're a thief. Go break into a place you shouldn't be. Take something valuable and leave before they notice. I did hear something about a passphrase for a service door. Look around, use your brain. I won't spoon-feed you. When you find what you need, get out and head back to the den. Don't get caught, and if you do, bite off your tongue before their torture forces you to shriek my name. You'll be fine. Nothing worth my time. And everything led here, didn't it? If we leave, we miss this opportunity to learn Kosh's plans.
Why am I cursed with such a task?
Have you heard that King Lelorian has returned? He's going to lead the Fighters Guild now.
I don't like to talk. I like to drink.
What is the fate of the lawbreaker? What is the fate of the unrepentant? What of those who would deny their fate? Enter and find peace within. I thought my shift would never end. Wait, who are you? Don't hurt me! I'm not even an officer! Please, I'm no threat to you. I simply watch the door. 6 days before I take my pension. I want no trouble, you see. Thank the gods! You will have no trouble from me. You were never here, and I never saw you. I have a sleeping draught. 1 sip helps me through the nights. The whole bottle will knock me out for hours. You'll be long gone.
This is your only chance to consider my proposal. Work for me, or else.
Or else what?
Or I hand these documents to the Iron Wheel. They do so frown on slavery and skooma peddling. Take a moment to consider your options. Well?
What choice do we have? Vrin!
Good. Then I shall make your documents disappear. What? My papers were here. Did they fall behind the... I'll attend to that after my meeting with Chief Inspector Ron Beek. Do remember who holds your reins. I can locate Magnifica Falora's dowry. I can return it to you within the fortnight.
And what is your interest in the matter? Exactly.
The Iron Wheel must leave Hugh's Bane. He is simply bad for business.
If you recover Magnifica Falora's dowry, I can guarantee our return to Tanith.
There is another minor request. Hardly a trifle. Perhaps we can discuss it over drinks?
I do not drink.
Then I shall take your share. Come, an office is no place to do business.
You see, Zira? Your protege returns having survived the invulnerable Iron Wheel. You should have more faith.
Everyone, clear the room. Velsa told me you went into the Iron Wheel's headquarters by yourself. What in oblivion were you thinking? We're not ready to go anywhere near the Iron Wheel. I won't have anyone else die because of a choice. Listen, I'm barely holding this together. No offense to Quen, but you're the best recruit we have. I can't lose you to a feud with Velsa. You're right. I shouldn't take this out on you, or her. No matter how good it feels. All right. You risked your neck and survived to tell the tale. Did you find anything we can use? Impossible! It's still in Magnifica Felora's family tomb. The dowry heist failed. Nicholas and the others died before we reached the treasure vaults. No, the Iron Wheel was here to punish us for attempting the heist. But if that's what you heard, were they really searching for the dowry all along? Why come after us with such ferocity? What else did you learn? Let me see. This is comprehensive. Elaborate details on merchant lords in Abba's Landing, as well as rivals throughout the region. Maps to stolen goods we could recover for ourselves. I'll go through what you recovered, see if it offers a clue to Kosh's plans, or anything involving the missing dowry. I need to make sense of all this. Get some rest. I'll need you ready when we make our move. And good job. I keep thinking about what you found. If someone stole Magnifica Felora's dowry, it wasn't the Thieves Guild. But we certainly took the fall for it. What about? Nicholas told Velsa he was planning a heist, but she retired before he shared the details. I'm the only one who knew. Someone must have followed us to the tomb. The merchant lords see the Iron Wheel as an occupying force. They fear Tanith wants to conquer Abba's Landing. If Kosh convinces Chief Inspector Ranbeek to leave, he'll have immense influence. Must be his plan.
Zira's looking for you, didn't seem too happy. Nothing you did. She's just stiffer than normal. And that's saying something. You know of our botched raid on Magnifica Falora's tomb. But the Iron Wheel is here to recover her missing dowry. So, if we didn't take it, who did? Zira wants answers. She's in the den. Go on, now. You know where to find Zira. Always staring at papers in the den she is. I know Zira doesn't like to talk about it. Lost the best of the guild to that folly. Nicholas thought he could steal Magnifica Falora's dowry from her family tomb. Nicholas was wrong. Everyone died but Zira. For a guildmaster, he should have known better than to bet everything on a single heist. Best you don't repeat that to Zira. Someone pinned the blame on the guild. Used to think the Iron Wheel wanted revenge for us trespassing in Magnifica Falora's family tomb. But Chief Inspector Ranbik is after the missing dowry. You heard it yourself. No idea who really took it. No idea why. You think I know a lick about dowries? You trying to flatter me? A dowry is like a bar tab. It's the promise of available drinks, not the drinks themselves. But if there was no tab, why would anyone go to that bar, you see? Good, that's one of us.
Back to the tomb? Your plan is to relive the guild's greatest failure?
My plan is to get the Iron Wheel's boot off our necks. Good, you're here. I want to learn whether Magnifica Falora's dowry was truly stolen from her family tomb. If it was, we find out who did. And if it wasn't, we complete the heist that Nicholas began. What's she gonna do? Send a second Iron Wheel? We return to Aldenobia Tomb, bypass the deadliest traps I've ever encountered, and then scour the treasure vaults for anything we can find. I appreciate the confidence, but too many good people died there the first time. We do this right, or we don't do it at all. Perseus Loke can give us an edge. He's one of the few living people to set foot in Magnifica Falora's family tomb. Take Quen and collect him from his shop. Meet the rest of us on the road to Tanith by Princess Gate. I guarantee Perseus Loke is no friend of the Iron Wheel. He's expecting you at the Diamond Thimble. And he'll be insufferable if you keep him waiting. Nicholas thought his plan to steal the dowry was almost flawless. But almost won't bring our friends back. He didn't have the right people for the job, but I do. Nicholas knew of the dangers within, but not everything. There was a trap. I didn't understand how it worked. Not until it was too late. But this time, I know how it works, and I'll need you by my side to defeat it. Perseus Loke once served Magnifica Falora. When she wore the clothes he designed, she was the envy of Tanith society. But there was a scandal, and he fled here, beyond Tanith's reach. I don't know exactly what happened, but I do know he blames her. She's the heir to the Aldenobia bloodline. Her eldest sister, Zarifa, wed King Faharajad. After Zarifa's death, Valora and the king grew close. But not close. They call her the Jewel of Tanith. Beautiful, cold, and hard as a diamond.
Off to find Perseus Loke. Meet you there, partner.
Everyone else, pack for a long journey. I'll bring us home safe and sound.
More promises you can't keep.
A mess here. Maybe the clerk can tell us what happened.
More drink over here?
This one shall lodge a formal complaint. What right has the Iron Wheel to march in here and smash our merchandise? Thugs. Thugs and hooligans! That's exactly what the Iron Wheel said, but much louder and with the shaking of fists. When they bellowed his name, I heard a loud crash upstairs. A distraction, of course. The Iron Wheel rushed upstairs as he slipped down through some loose floorboards. But he landed feet first in a tub of bright dye, covered his boots to the brim. That's also what the Iron Wheel said. Most of them gave chase. The rest tossed the room upon the floor and then gave chase. If you find him before they do, tell him Mamea deserves a raise.
You follow Loke's trail on the street. I'll see if I can spot him from the rooftops. Hurry!
Have we met? I don't remember.
Hurry! The Iron Wheel are on his trail!
spare coins for an Alliance war veteran? Memory's not so good, you know. Malnutrition. I hear good food can help that, but I can't afford good food. Many thanks. This will cover 5 bottles of good food, at least. The Iron Wheel caught your man. The one in charge was angry. Said they'd take him to processing because he fled. That's a patch of sand outside the bar's landing, where they beat prisoners. Here, I'll mark your map.
Where's Perseus Loke? That's not good. We could certainly use his aid at the tomb. I'm willing to delay our departure if it means we can recover him. It's your call. We can manage without him if need be. We'll be here. Bring him back safe and sound.
Make this
the ground is very cold. Never mind about the water.
Thank the 8. I've been trying to annoy these clods so they'd check on my bonds. Then I could clobber them on the noggin and make my grand escape. No need for heroics on my part now. They barely touched me. Just enough to tie me up. Didn't want to get any dye on them. I knew it was a bad look. I didn't tell them anything, if you're wondering. They don't know where to meet Zira at Prince's Gate. Yes, I think so. Don't worry about an escort. I'm no longer tracking dye behind me. I'll lose them along the way. See you at Prince's Gate? Thank you. Should you ever redesign your thieves' garb, ask for my consultation.
Everyone's accounted for. Did you have any trouble? Then we leave for the Kingdom of Tanith. The route is tricky and will be considered bandits if we're caught. But getting to the tomb isn't what worries me. If anything happens, well, it won't, because I can count on you. Ready? What about it? Devious traps, vicious guardians, and likely, at the end of it all, a vault full of dust. At least we won't have to worry about the Iron Wheel. I'd rather sit in the den with a bottle of wine and drink until Andari says I've had too much. But I'm in charge, so it doesn't matter what I think. It matters that we go. Devious traps, vicious guardians,